Cindy, it's such an honor to be able to recognize the years of service and advocacy that you have given with and on behalf of people affected by domestic abuse. You've worked tirelessly to build and nurture community partnerships that will stand the test of time and benefit victims who are in need of help and support. You brought in funds, you've started initiatives, you solicited donations, and even built buildings in an effort to ensure that victims of domestic violence here in Maine, and more specifically in Piscataquis County, would always have a place to go. I want to personally thank you for the years of mentorship you have provided to me and countless other advocates throughout the years. You brought me into this movement, and it is my esteemed pleasure to acknowledge you and your commitment to creating a world free of violence with the Dove Award. Thank you, Cindy, for all you've done. You embody everything it means to be an advocate, community leader, and an incredible, incredible woman.
The Dove Award appears to be tailor-made for Cindy, who has been a tireless advocate throughout her years at Women Care and Partners for Peace. Cindy became my friend and colleague several years ago when Rape Response Services was establishing a presence in Piscataquis County. I was always impressed with how meeting the needs of survivors of violence, especially women and girls, is first and foremost in what Cindy says and does. Her words are respected, and her passion for the work always shines through, whether in partnership with others or as a lone voice reminding us that we can be better. Congratulations, Cindy. Knowing you is a privilege.
Panquis is so incredibly thankful for Cindy's commitment over decades. And when I say decades, I mean decades. Cindy literally served on our governing board the entire length until she termed off and was on the executive committee and was board chair. And she's even back again now after the merger between Panquis and Charlotte White Center, and is again on our board helping to guide and lead. She's also been on our Rape Response Services Board for a very, very long time, for which we are incredibly thankful, because it's how she shows up that matters so much, right? If you know Cindy at all, you know that when she arrives, she's fully present, and she asks very thoughtful questions that get others to think and really be more innovative, and also be passionate and a fierce advocate for those who need our services. She brings that to every single meeting. You just can't make that up, right? Have you ever met a human being that is so fully present? I have not. Cindy, you are a tireless advocate, and you are so incredibly thoughtful, both professionally and personally. I think you're one of the best humans I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, let alone working with. Thank you for all you have done for our community and for just being the exceptional person and advocate that you are. We appreciate you. Congratulations.
Cindy Freeman Cyr, how do I count the ways I have known and worked with you over the years? We collaborated and worked together for decades to help battered women and their children. Whenever I needed a trusted and experienced voice to talk with about dealing in ways that were not necessarily those of the big city, I always knew I could call on her. I believe we both always knew we could lean on each other when times were tough or unclear. And I especially remember the time I had a scheme to produce a video that would feature the differences and the commonalities of Maine's urban and rural counties, and the ways we worked with law enforcement. The very first call I made was to Cindy, and together we produced a striking video. Cindy was, and I presume still is, willing to try whatever might help the lives of abused women and their children, and in safer and more secure lives. She is dedicated, smart, intelligent, forward-thinking, and trustworthy, an astounding choice for the Dove Award. Congratulations from your friend.
Hi, Cindy. Megan and I had a great time sitting down and reflecting on you, and you'll see some snippets of that conversation in just a sec. But I wanted to let you know that we think that you are an extraordinary person. And for the work that you do and for the person that you are, Partners for Peace has just been a wonderful partner for the Maine Humanities Council. Um, and it's just been nice. It's been wonderful to be able to join in the vision for a more just and equitable and beautiful world together.
You can feel her connecting you with other people, other ideas in her community, and looking for the most miracle-inducing way to bring people together. Yeah, and I love the way that she gets this gleam in her eye when an idea is forming. So I love the way that she was thinking about, oh, golly, it can be so hard for people to feel like they can take an action on their own behalf. And then, what can we do about that?
You lead with compassion, Cindy. You see the potential of every organization, every person you come across, and you see what could happen if we come together. This is what helps us all flourish and blossom.
Cindy for president. No, rocks.
When I think of Cindy, there are 3 words that come to mind. Tireless. She never seems to run out of energy in her drive to help folks in need. Calling. This is not a job. It runs much deeper. It's a mission. Empathy. She cares deeply for victims, evident in her approach and demeanor.
Mom, congratulations on this well-deserved award in recognition of your efforts and contributions to the movement to eradicate domestic violence. Your tenacity, persistence, and most importantly, your vision have changed the lives of countless people in Maine and beyond. I know that you have had moments of frustration and discouragement when it feels like individual and collective efforts just haven't been enough. But what I have learned from you is how to persevere, in spite of, or maybe because of these obstacles. As you have shown us all, one person's life can have an immeasurable impact on countless other lives. Congratulations, and thank you for all your hard work. I love you, and I will see you soon.